Nothing quite like a lovely English PG Tips cup of tea. How's it going, everyone? Hope you had a great weekend. It's been a bit of a nightmare yesterday and today. It's just raining non-stop and my bike keeps getting punctured and I've spent the whole morning trying to repair my bike. Let's hope it holds up for today because I need to go out and run some errands. But yeah, I had a really cool little experience with Vital this morning and I'm a little bit late. But I just wanted to get this out to you guys to share this patch with you, and I'm going to drop it down below. You can download it and use it and carry on with it yourself because I haven't had enough time to sort of finish up what I wanted to do with it. But I found some really cool little like kind of expert advanced things you can do in Vital to create some interesting kind of movements. So let's just have a little listen to this loop I've made. It's not the best loop, but you can kind of get a bit of a feel for the sound. But the cool thing is, it's kind of my main note here at F, but if I play a few other sort of different keys, I've got a lot of crazy and interesting pitch modulation and movement happening in the different notes. And the reason why this is because I've put on this LFO here onto key track, so like every different key kind of like changes the way that the LFO is working, right? And yeah, I just kind of chose a few like pretty simple wavetables, and I just put on a bit of kind of effects just to like make things a bit louder and crispier, like my kind of favorites: chorus, compressor, and distortion. But let's talk about like the kind of movement and modulation quickly. So I've got some frequency modulation going on, just basically sine waves into harmonic series, kind of similar sine waves but with more harmonics, and then the basic shapes, another sine wave but with the smear mode, and that's got a bit of ring modulation from the sample, so we have a little bit of white noise, and that's on my LFO1 as well as the FM amounts. And there's one more thing, I think: distortion amount, compressor. Oh, the compressor is also on there. When it says distortion amount, that means the frequency modulation. But what I've done then is, by putting this LFO onto where it's normally tempo or seconds, by putting it onto key tracking mode, what you can then do is head over to the matrix, and on all of these separate modulations, you can just go down here and you can actually change the kind of the shape in which it's going to modulate things. So I've never really played along with here, but there's a lot of different modulations happening. And you can change the kind of sound that it's going to give you by changing the shape of these. But to keep it all kind of cohesive, I've put them all onto the same modulation kind of picture here, which is one that I've made before and called Chumpy. It was on one of my old Vital preset packs. If you want to support me as well, make sure you check those Vital presets out on my website. The money I get from that I can use to buy new inner tubes for my bike as well, so that's good. Yeah, this has gone on too loud now. There we are, back to normal. Anyway, I really want you guys to download this and have a play around with it, and try. You can sort of change the pitch here as well. So you can get some really nice kind of movement out there, and especially if you just play around with it and sort of bounce things out to audio, then you can kind of start to figure out which bits you could use in a song. Maybe play around with changing the wavetables a little bit. And there's another thing you could do, which would be to also, try just going back to the matrix, and on these different modulation sources, you just select which one you're working on, and then you can change the shape down here, and that's going to affect sort of how this LFO is going to be modulating the sound as we're modulating all of these kind of wavetables together. So a little bit complicated, but just download the patch and have a play around with it. Try switching out the wavetables, moving the FM amount, playing around with the LFO1, or also playing around with the kind of different shapes that you've got down here, and all of those different things are going to give you like different kind of textures that are going to come out of the sound. Yeah, really, really sick sound. I'll download. I'll upload that for you guys now. Yeah, hope you guys have a wicked day. Check out my Patreon if you want to support me any further and help me buy more parts for my bike. Yes, I must go. It's going to be quite a busy day. Peace.